And welcome back here, Capo Mate, the big taking on Trinidad and Tobago. The winner will wrap up Pool C with the #1 seed. There's Mexico, they'll be on the left of your screen in the red, white and green strip. Trinidad and Tobago in the predominant red outfit. They'll have the ball here first after that restart did not go 10. And Trinidad and Tobago look to attack first. Katie Worst joining me on this one. Katie, this is really a battle of the structure and discipline of Mexico versus the sheer athleticism and speed of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, certainly, as well as you're also battling against a home nation here as the fans are coming out in support of Team Mexico.
Now Marquez, that ball goes behind. He's a player to watch, young Marquez, as is Somano out on this wing, helping Marquez drive forward. Arredondo moves it towards the middle of the field. Pons, they come wide. The general, Chavez. He goes up towards the halfway line. There's value to the right. Arredondo to the line. Still going. Well met though. He'll need some support here as he goes into the Trinidad Tobago half for the first time this game. Somano free. Sweep it a beat. Somano busts another tackle. Somano throws a dummy. Still going. That's try number 7 for the weekend. And Mexico are on the board first, 5 points to 0.
Somano is so difficult to stop and bring down. His feet are just electric. He is all over the field. He certainly had support, but he didn't need it all the way through. As Gonzalo Pons was right there as the option over the shoulder, but that is just some beautiful stuff by Somano. He is clearly a team leader. And Trinidad and Tobago a bit stunned here as Mexico puts the points on the board straight away. And the conversion is good as well. The attempt was by Calderon. Mexico has to be happy with that start right away. There's a player from Trinidad and Tobago getting a bit of attention as we saw one more look at that beautiful work by Somano. He is quite an athlete.
Well, 7 tries already on day 1 for Somano. Back-to-back hat tricks, and he gets the first one here. As now the little general, Chavez, he gets us restarted. Goes deep, Trinidad Tobago, they field that just inside their own 40. Not releasing quick enough on the tackle player against Mexico now. Trinidad Tobago, they've got some space. See, that's speed that they're notoriously known for. Penalty for Trinidad as they go forward now. That one over the top, loose pass, Pons. Not back 10.
Mexico's got to keep their composure here. They've got to make sure to maintain discipline. That was Somano that was called for the first one. He was just a little bit late to show that space between himself and the tackler, or tacklee, and just got dinged for it.
Now Trinidad Tobago. With their first chance to attack here in Mexico's territory. Throw goes over the top, tap backwards. Arredondo. High shot. The penalty will take a lot of pressure off here, Katie. Allow him just to set up a structure and a set piece and hopefully clear this ball. They're going to use Chavez to drive this ball up towards the halfway line.
Quite a kick downfield, but unfortunately right into the hands of Trinidad and Tobago.
You need to find touch there. You don't want one of these danger plays. Oh, Pons. You look up open field tackling in the dictionary. There's Pons right there. That was perfect. Now, Trinidad Tobago looking to do some work with the ball here as they shift it across. Defense from Mexico up to the task so early on. Another penalty. It's Trinidad Tobago, full of running here, down this right-hand side. That's one go, pull back into the pocket now. With Richards. Richards floats a pass in the midfield. Well handled, that one spills forward though. Another penalty. And there's the yellow card. It looks like Castillo gets 2 minutes to think about his sins.
Looked like that. He just had too many opportunities there. That was coming in from the side, repeated infringement potentially. And Mexico, a costly penalty. They'll play down 1.
And now, Trinidad Tobago. Can they get on the board here? They've got the numbers, draw and pass should get the job done. And it does, it goes wide out to that man, Phillips, who dishes it out to Richards, and Richards will get the first try for Trinidad Tobago with a chance to tie things up here, Katie.
And Richards just right place, right time. You couldn't ask for a better option for Phillips too, as far as Mexico goes on defense. It's a classic 2-on-1. The option is to just try to stop the ball going forward. And Trinidad and Tobago played it very spot on.
Conversion is successful, all tied up, 7 apiece.
Very tough one to give up that penalty, and the yellow card will take another look here. There's the 2-on-1 option. Not much you can do except watch that beautiful draw in and pass towards the outside.
Restart goes down with Mexico. Arredondo to the line. Marquez turns one. Marquez backs himself on the outside. Defense up to the task. That one spilled forward, you would think. Referee Lex Weiner, otherwise known as the Schnitzel, has that call, and it'll be a scrum here for Trinidad and Tobago.
That was a tough one for Mexico. He thought he could take the corner there and just got caught up in the tackle. Somehow bundled the ball, tried to juggle it forward just to keep possession, and we'll get set for the scrum here.
Panther with the put in. Ball comes down now. Oh, that one spills forward as well. That takes us through to the halftime break. Well, it's close as it can be, this one, Katie. 7 points apiece after 7 minutes. Trinidad and Tobago all tied up with Mexico.
Yeah, certainly a great answer. It's been back and forth play all match long. We're very fortunate to have a whole second half to see where this match is going to take us. But phenomenal effort there. Mexico just gave up that yellow card, played down 1 man, and Trinidad and Tobago made them pay.
Yeah, the yellow card wasn't that critical. Mexico doing a great job defending up until that point, down to 6. Trinidad and Tobago able to exploit that extra player. This game still hangs in the balance, so many variables that go into this. You have to think, obviously, the conditions. We are at a huge elevation, but the majority of the country not. And so the players, you would think where Mexico would have an advantage. Most of them have travelled from sea level as well, so just the home crowd would probably be the biggest thing for them right now.
Yeah, and they definitely have shown up here in full force to support the Serpientes. As the sun's starting to get high in the sky here, the heat has started to tick up a bit. And both these teams are just going full force at it. You can't get closer than a 7-all tie. And Trinidad and Tobago have the slight edge in terms of momentum. They just picked up a quick try, scored. And Mexico have to be hoping for a little extra boost from the fans here at Campo Marte, as well as watching at home.
Big game. You can tell they've made no changes at the break. Normally they would swap out 3-4 players at the break. Mexico thus far today, they're going with the same starting 7, and they are back to a full contingent. As Trinidad and Tobago come to Castillo. Can't handle. Well handled though from Trinidad Tobago. Now a chance for them to attack first. Stolen though. Castillo goes upfield. Looking to link up with his support, finds Ramirez. Ramirez now, he's got some speed, the little pocket rocket. Trinidad and Tobago do well to recover there defensively. High shot though, Mexico go quickly. Marquez. Looking to link up with Chavez, Pons. Castillo. Rivera's under pressure, spills it forward. And Trinidad Tobago breathe a sigh of relief there as Mexico looking dangerous.
Yeah, they certainly escaped an onslaught there of attacking pressure. That was beautiful stuff. Trinidad and Tobago did a great job on the tackle just to bundle up the ball so he wasn't able to get the offload. Probably stopped the sure momentum that could have resulted in a try. So some great defensive efforts from Trinidad and Tobago. As you start to see some substitutions being made, there's some tired legs as we move on towards the end of the day. Big decisions being made at this point.
Well, such a big game, this one, Katie. The winner takes that #1 seed in the C bracket. I believe the loser gets pulled up against Bermuda tomorrow. If the Pool B stay the same, it's either Bermuda or Jamaica, which would be a tough game either way.
It's all about finishing what you started for both these teams for day one.
Now, Trinidad Tobago. They come across, that ball goes to ground. Marquez, strong tackle. That one's thrown over the sideline. That's timeout. This could potentially be a penalty, possibly a yellow card for intentionally throwing this over the sideline. Let's take a look in here and see what referee Weiner says.
Well, Dan bring that back several phases with just an errant pass to no one that put them in that position to begin with. Wasn't much he could do. He scrambled back, tried to make the best of a pretty awful situation.
There's the penalty. Rapole to the middle field. Arredondo. Across now Ramirez. Ramirez steps. He's dragged down short of the line. Pops it up. They're in the corner. The crowd tells the story. That's another try for Mexico. They've re-grabbed the lead here, 12 points to 7.
Credit to Mexico for just taking advantage of that penalty called and quickly moving the ball across field. They had their sights set on that far corner, and they made it all the way to the end.
Now, big conversion coming up here from out on that far touchline. It will be Calderon, the skipper. Strikes it. Again, don't need to say anything. You can hear the crowd in the background. 14 points to 7. This would be a great victory for this Mexican outfit as well.
Here's just another look at that effort there, just getting all the way out towards the corner, that quick little offload as we restart play. So critical to be a converted try up now.
They're just asking the assistant referee if it was touched before it went out in the full, and definitely we saw it here, Katie. Made contact with Castillo and hit the ground. Now Trinidad Tobago down by 7. What can they mount here? Pantor steps one, steps a second, flicks it out the back as he loses his footing. Now Trinidad and Tobago drifting across field. Great defense coming in from Mexico. Advantage though for Trinidad Tobago. Panel, midfield. Still with Trinidad, no advantage coming. And there's the knock on. A very appreciative pro-Mexican crowd here You hear the chant starting to go up.
Yes, they're just putting that pressure on Trinidad and Tobago. They're doing a lot of switch plays and just keeping the ball. I think if they would go with the change of direction, it might actually work to their favor. They've got to do something to open up some space. Make sure they're committing the defender before the offload.
Rapole, Elizondo looks to draw and pass. They tow it through. Still available here. Not much urgency to get across there from Ramirez. Trinidad Tobago, they need to play quick here as time is expiring.
Still very much in this match, just down a converted try. One open field break completely changes the outcome of this match. Closing in on a minute left. It's game time here for Trinidad and Tobago. They've got to make some things happen.
They secure the line out, but there is, let's see, not back 5, says the referee from the line out. One of the Trinidad and Tobago players snuck up a little early. Now Mexico, can they run the clock out on this performance?
Yes, definitely. Take your time. Make good choices.
Rapole comes across, Arredondo. Looking for contact there. They come back towards the middle of the field now. Forward they go again. Galindo. Now Ramirez to his right. Guerrero. Guerrero still going. Pops it up, Ramirez in support. Now Calderon. Big Bob Calderon. Middle of the field. Galindo steps one. Can't get away from the covered fence. Strong work coming in from Trinidad. Down the blind side, Ramirez, a step. Can't get under the defense there of Trinidad Tobago. It's open, Rapole. There's the match winner. And the crowd goes wild here. There's Mexico. They'll book their ticket through to the finals with that #1 seed in Pool C.
And Rapole just absolutely hustles his way over there. Goes less than a meter. And then just there in the nick of time for what he needed, a good offload from the ground, and that's beautiful stuff from Mexico. Just sort of personifies how they've been playing this match, always in support, being there and making sure that the points count when they need it the most.
Calderon, that one across the face, unsuccessful. Score remains 19 points to 7. Take a look at the replay here. Great heads-up work from Rapole. He just dives over at the end. Probably the easiest try he'll score this weekend. The try scorer gets us restarted, goes deep. Trinidad Tobago don't get hands on that pass back in field. Now, forced to run it out from their own end. Doing a good job. Great cover defense, though. Over the sideline. That'll wrap it up, too. A great victory for Mexico. You can see what it means. Crowd goes wild. Players go wild. They beat Trinidad Tobago 19 points to 7. When we return, we're going to have Guyana taking on Barbados to decide.